Imagine a capital city where the buzz of a drone sends families scrambling for cover, their hearts pounding as chaos erupts around them. Unsure if their home is next, they cling to hope and each other, waiting for the danger to pass. This is Khartoum, Sudan, May 2026, a nation torn apart by the ambitions of two powerful generals, locked in a deadly struggle for supremacy. General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, known as Hemedti, have turned their rivalry into a brutal war, shattering hopes for democracy and plunging the country into turmoil. Once allies, they now fight for control, weaponizing Sudan's resources and people, forcing millions to flee their homes in search of safety. The violence has spread from the capital to Darfur, making civilians the main victims of this relentless conflict. Over 11 million people have been displaced as the world watches a nation unravel and humanitarian needs soar. The conflict has escalated with drone strikes, turning Sudan into a high-tech battleground and threatening to destabilize all of East Africa for years to come. To truly understand Sudan's devastation and ongoing turmoil, we must look back to the era of dictator Omar al-Bashir, whose rule shaped the nation's fate for decades. Bashir's regime unleashed the notorious Janjaweed militia in Darfur, committing atrocities and war crimes that shocked the world and left deep scars. Their ruthless leader, Hemedti, rose through violence and brutality, later transforming the Janjaweed into the Rapid Support Forces, his own powerful private army. When Bashir finally fell in 2019, hopes for democracy soared across Sudan, but the military and RSF seized power, promising only a fragile transition. Deep rivalries, mistrust, and competing ambitions quickly doomed this uneasy alliance. In April 2023, disputes over integrating the RSF into the regular army exploded into open warfare on the streets of Khartoum. Hemedti refused to dissolve his power base, and Sudan's future was decided not by ballots, but by bullets and violence. The very forces created by the old regime turned on each other, plunging the nation into chaos and uncertainty. The war's ferocity stunned the world as Khartoum became a war zone overnight. The RSF embedded in neighborhoods, turning civilians into human shields and homes into battlegrounds. Violence spread to Darfur, with the RSF accused of ethnic attacks reminiscent of the Janjaweed's past. Millions fled, overwhelming camps and neighboring countries, while those left behind faced siege and starvation. Aid is scarce, and grassroots Sudanese networks struggle to keep people alive. Families are separated, communities shattered, and children grow up amid violence and hunger. The world's attention has faded, leaving millions abandoned in a landscape of destruction. In late 2025, Sudan's war entered the age of the drone, forever altering the nature of the conflict. Both sides now deploy advanced drones, making the skies as deadly as the streets below, and shifting the balance of power. Drone strikes have killed hundreds of civilians, targeting markets, bus stations, and hospitals, places once considered safe havens. The distinction between combatant and civilian has vanished. Now everyday life is a gamble, and fear shadows every step. In March 2026, a drone versus drone kill marked a chilling new milestone, highlighting the conflict's relentless technological escalation. Sudan has become a testing ground for modern warfare, with civilians paying the highest price for these innovations. In May, drone attacks shut down Khartoum's airport, isolating the city, halting aid, and spreading panic among its people. Drones have not brought victory, only more terror, devastation, and a deepening sense of despair. The war grows more unpredictable, and a political solution seems ever more distant for the people of Sudan. Sudan's war is no longer just internal. It's a proxy conflict fueled by foreign powers. Advanced weapons like Turkish drones flow in, and outside actors pursue their own agendas. Sudan accuses the UAE of backing the RSF and Ethiopia of enabling attacks, shattering regional trust. The country's collapse threatens to destabilize all of East Africa, creating a haven for extremists and fueling refugee crises. Yet, the world's response is shadowy politics, not real diplomacy. Foreign backers prolong the war, making peace ever more elusive. The Sudanese people are trapped, their fate decided by distant powers. Despite being the world's largest displacement crisis, Sudan's suffering is met with silence. Famine is a reality. Civilians are targeted by advanced drones, and yet global attention is minimal. This neglect emboldens warlords and demoralizes civilians fighting to survive. History shows ignored wars metastasize, Rwanda, Syria, spreading chaos far beyond their borders. Believing Sudan's collapse won't affect the world is a dangerous gamble. The world must act, surge humanitarian aid, push for a ceasefire and demand accountability. The alternative is to watch a nation erased, risking a regional war with global consequences. Ignoring Sudan is a choice, and one that will haunt us all.